Hello hobby farmers, Bevan Cohen here from Small House Farm, and today I'd like to talk to you about this amazing wild native plant, Monarda fistulosa. Now, there are a number of different Monarda plants that grow across the United States, but we're going to talk about this particular one, Monarda fistulosa, because it is the most widespread. You're going to be able to find this plant growing wild pretty much everywhere in North America, and this is one useful plant that everybody should know. Now, some of the more common names for this herb is wild bergamot or Beebalm. The bees certainly do love it, as do the hummingbirds and butterflies and that sort of thing. So this is a wonderful herb if you're interested in introducing some more pollinators to your garden, if this is something that you want to grow. But like I said, it is very easy to find in the wild. We're going to typically find it on the edge of the forest in open, sunny areas. It prefers full sun and relatively moist soil, right? It likes some places maybe with some standing water. We're right here, we're right next to a river. It's just on the other side of these trees is the river that runs by our home, and you can see that the Monarda absolutely love it here. They're growing all over the place. Now, they typically spread by underground rhizomes, right? So you're going to be able to find it in big clumps like this. Once it gets established, it's going to continue to spread, which is something that you should know if you're going to introduce this into your garden. It will spread quite quickly, especially if it likes where it lives. Now, it gets its name wild bergamot because of the aroma. I do find that it's some of the other species of Monarda that have a little bit more of that sweet citrus aroma, whereas the wild bergamot here is a little more pungent. I think that it smells a lot like oregano, and we can use it just like we would use oregano in the kitchen. We can harvest the flowers or the leaves of the plant. It's high in a volatile oil known as thymol, which can be found in oregano, of course, as well as thyme, our common kitchen thyme. And that's what gives it that strong aroma and flavor. So we can dry it and use it in our kitchen just like a culinary herb. We can also use it fresh in teas. It's delicious in tea. And again, we can use the leaf or the flower. Although people do find the flower to be a little bit more attractive, it does add a little beauty to our tea. The leaf is just as useful, most certainly. That's really good. I'm telling you what, that's a delicious flavor. And look at these flowers. Look at them up close. I think they kind of look like a firework, right? Just an explosion of color right here. Very, very attractive. You can see the tubular shape of the flower. Very attractive to hummingbirds. So if you get these growing, you're going to get a lot of little hummingbirds coming around and visiting your garden, trying to get the nectar out of these guys. Same with the butterflies. Absolutely beautiful. Very, very useful herb. Now, we can use this herb also in the apothecary for herbal medicine. It is an incredibly useful plant as a medicinal tea. Most certainly, it's going to help us with cold and flu to help bust up a cough. We can take these herbs and we can just steam them. Simply take the herb itself, the wild bergamot, put it into a bowl, pour some hot water over top of that, and that steam that's going to escape from the plant is going to be filled with all these volatile oils, all the goodness from this herb. And we can just simply breathe that in. If we're kind of sick and hacky and having one of those phlegmy medicinal issues, right? This is exactly the herb that we need to help break up that congestion, get us breathing nice again. We can also use this herb topically. It is antiseptic, it's antibacterial, it's anti-inflammatory. And that means that we can use this topically for itchy, rashy skin conditions, or more specifically, bug bites, bee stings. Remember what we talked about at the very beginning of this video? One of the common names for this herb is Beebalm. Balm being a medicine. This is a perfect medicine for bee stings. This is exactly what you need. Now, we can use it topically just like this. We can chew up a little bit of the leaf or the flower and apply it to our bee sting. That's going to work great. Or we can make a topical salve, ointment, or lotion from this by infusing this herb in oil, then crafting that product and using that topically as well to help ourselves again, bug bites and bee stings, spider bites, any of that sort of stuff. The bee balm is going to be a wonderful medicinal to help us work through the swelling and itching associated with that. There are a number of cultivars of Monarda available at your local greenhouse, and many of them have different colors. You can see that this one is this light lavender pink color. You can get the scarlet with a bright red, bold color, whatever it is that you desire. You can purchase those at your greenhouse and plant them in your garden. But look at this. As far as the eye can see, I can find Monarda. It is a hardy plant that can easily be found growing in the wild anywhere near you. So get out there, get out in nature, hike some trails, go to the woods, visit your local river, whatever it might be, and find yourself some Monarda today and use this wonderful and delicious native herb. All right, that's all the time I got today, folks. Happy farming.